on last week's episode of Curtain Call, the Boogie Nights edition.
We need to do something different. We need to absolutely do something drastic and change Boogie Nights.
Put a dance pole in the middle of this.
Oh, so you had never danced on the skates before?
No,
I mean, I know you were a dancer.
I had danced, and as a kid, you'd always skate, but no one ever says, get on this box and bust a move.
The Beaver will get introduced a lot more.
This is not how I live my life. It's a job.
Okay, so then the date for the world that you can start teasing is the first weekend in May, which is going to be Friday the 4th. Cut the ribbon and away we go.
Curtain Call with David Spatz. The Boogie Nights edition. Presented by Tropicana Casino and Resort.
I told my executive team that we were going to do a fitness class at Tilton, and they said they're not going. And I said, you have to go. It's part of what we're doing here. It's part of the media. It's part of the plan. It's part of the PR plan. And they showed up. They showed up in their shorts and their high socks, and a few of them were out of breath, but it was they did it, and I'm proud of them.
I feel, in my mind, that Boogie Nights has endless possibilities. So a lot of people see it as a nightclub. I see it as a brand. So we created a cross-marketing partnership with Tilton Fitness to create the Boogie Nights workout. And the workout was great because it's high energy. It's actually a mixture between their instructor and our DJs, and programmed in with a Boogie Nights feel at the Boogie Nights speed.
This music cuts across all age groups, and you look at some of the kids in there. Some of those kids weren't even alive when some of the music came out, and they know it like they know today's music, and they're just loving it and exercising and working out and dancing to it, and the same thing will be true when the club opens.
So the Boogie Nights workout is really great because if you're on the elliptical machine at Tilton Fitness, which I am occasionally, you'll see Boogie Nights coming soon up on the screens. Now, if that goes through your mind over and over and you're on the elliptical, you're not going anywhere. You're seeing that. That's great for Boogie Nights. The Boogie Nights workout is great for Tilton Fitness because it's giving something new to their customers that they're familiar with, because some of their customers are probably fans of Boogie Nights or will become fans of Boogie Nights because of the Boogie Nights workout. So it's a great, I love intertwining cross-promotion with local businesses especially. Here's my, my Boogie Nights workout. Altoids, Diet Coke, and stress. And that's what I'm gonna be going on until we open doors.
There's a charge for everybody to get in. Is that did we discuss that already?
Here's my thought. It's $15 on Saturdays. It's $10 on Fridays. If you want it, we'll see how Fridays go. We could periodically have ladies' nights or different, cougar night where every woman over 40 gets in free or something like that, and do fun things like that.
But if I'm a Trillion card holder, I'm not getting in for free.
What?
She laughing at.
What's wrong with that?
We wear a big sign, I'll go for you.
Well, actually, the funny thing is, yes, you'll have to prove it
But we're going to have a general admission line plus a VIP line.
Yes. Here's another thing you're going to have to do. What's the capacity?
680, is that right?
684.
We got 4 more.
Are we going to have a clicker at the door?
Yeah, we got
Yes.
that. Yeah,
Okay, so you're going to have to stop at like 660.
Right.
Because if VIPs come up,
Yeah. All right.
or I don't even know if that's the number. I don't know. You're going to have to stop at some number before
Some point.
15 to
before
20.
capacity.
Right.
Because the other thing you're also going to have to take into consideration, if you have a bunch of reservations for booths and you're already at capacity at 10 o'clock on a Saturday night, but you've got none of your booths, most of your booths haven't showed up, you need to take that into consideration and subtract that.
Gotcha.
Do you ever stop and think to yourself, wait, I might be micromanaging this just a little bit too much?
No.
So when you make a reservation for the booth, even though only 4 people are getting in, you need to know how many people are in their party.
Yeah, for sure.
$30 would just be for the.
You should start slowing it up at about
You're going to
100.
need to know how many people are in the party.
You're gonna, you know,
Yes.
Because it's going to affect how many people we can let in before we get the
Oh,
capacity.
definitely.
Yeah, I think it, but I don't change the way I manage it.
If somebody makes a reservation and it's
Get a
not
credit card.
getting a credit card and they don't show up, they're getting charged the minimum.
No, we said we'll
Which
hold it
is-
like the hotel.
We'll decide what the
reservations.
minimum is.
Whatever.
Cover charges for starters.
Well, it's, they
Whatever the minimum was for that price that we
they get a
negotiated.
$1,000 booth and they don't show up. You want to charge them $1,000 or
At least half.
it's going to happen.
You can't charge half. Come up with a percentage.
We'll figure it out.
Come up with a
You
percentage.
think it's less than that?
I think so. I think you're not
I
going to
think it's
charge
25.
50% if you don't show up.
I was going to say, we lost $1,000 because the guy didn't show up.
We're going to resell it.
It won't happen again.
Overall, in stepping back from micromanaging or being involved in all the decisions, I can't because now that I have a bigger role, there's only so many hours in a day.
Probably
That's
listen
quick.
this again. Well, we probably all have.
It's great to
Why don't we
be
set
nice.
up weekly meetings until we get the place, or maybe it's every other week for the next few weeks.
Because if you're wanting to go live with reservations in the next 2
Well,
weeks, then
then
we
once
need
you get the
to-
pricing,
Well,
let's
we'll-
plan on an exit.
Talk every day.
Yeah.
And
But
then,
it's going to be an every Friday meeting.
and then
I
we'll-
think so.
we
We're
can
in the
report
bullet
back.
point section.
All right.
Ready?
What's next?
When we were here, right after they tore everything out of the Penny Pavilion, and they hadn't framed the stage yet. It was just an empty room. And you were trying to figure out VIP seating.
How wide did you say is standard long? 84?
Could be 84, that's 7 foot house.
You were in there with a tape measure. You were more hands-on than one would expect the CEO of a property to be about the build-out of a nightclub.
I'm hands-on with a lot of things, but this one in particular, I know exactly how I want it to operate. I know how I want to best use the space, and I'm really particular about it.
A little lower. Like this. I just don't like that look. We got to lose that.
And I want to make sure we can have a very comfortable setting for our customers. I want to make sure that there's an oh wow for our customers.
Well, I find it hard to believe that code requires this to be this height and to have the 3 different bars.
He wants everything to be perfect. He has his hands on everything. Everything.
Why is it so thick? Why is it?
For impact. They're worried
Impact of what?
I'm just relaying the message. I can't speak up. That's
I don't know. It doesn't even make sense. 1.5 inches. How many inches is this thing? This is what, half inch?
that's 3. Oh, that?
Yeah. How much? Okay. What are the chances of somebody breaking through this?
No.
Zero chance. So I don't understand who makes these
When
decisions.
that railing showed and it looked like a WWF railing rather than a dance floor railing, he lost it.
I don't want it. And I ain't paying for it. I want it to go away. I want it to be as small and invisible as possible.
There have been many reactions like that you guys haven't seen.
I want to see the actual code. I want to see what this thing should disappear. It should be as invisible as people. Customers shouldn't even notice it. They're going to walk into a room with all kinds of light and sound, and the thing they're going to see is a rails. That's the first thing that you see. It jumps out at you more than anything else. And there's 4 other Boogie Nights. Every one of them's got a raised platform dance floor. Another one in Atlantic City, and none of them looks like this. It looks like a wrestling match. It looks like you're going to throw some guy into the corner, into the turnbuckle. One armored truck put into this thing and won't go in.
So many little elements and ways that you can configure things, and so I don't want to leave any stone unturned and give us the best possible chance to make sure that it's a home run.
to get you open, we have to have this. I mean, I know you're not paying, but at this point, I'm afraid we can't get anything that quick.
How was it settled?
He gets his way.
But you still have the railing.
We still have the railing, but that may change out after a few weeks.
Join the party at Atlantic City's funkiest, grooviest, baddest, most totally awesome dance club. Boogie Nights, the ultimate 70s and 80s dance club. Every Friday and Saturday night, Boogie Nights brings back the magic of the 70s and 80s for the ultimate, most over-the-top party experience.
It's great sound system, great lights, great music, and a great crowd.
Plus, themed VIP booths and events, characters, celebrity guest performers, and the hottest DJs bring the party on our light-up dance floor under the largest disco ball in Atlantic City. Book your VIP booth today at BoogieNightsAC.com.
This is amazing. Like, I can't wait to come back and get a group of friends together and get all dressed up.
So come on and grab your friends and get ready to shake your groove thing all night long at Boogie Nights, the ultimate 70s and 80s dance club, located on the casino floor behind Tango's Lounge in Tropicana.
Staffing, you're comfortable that you're going to be. I just had a question about that. And I forget what it was now. No, the cocktail servers. They're going to learn routines.
Yep.
That's part of the job requirement.
We know that. We'll dance.
So every now and then, maybe once or twice a night,
5% of the
they
time
stop
they'll be
serving drinks for 3 minutes and they do a dance routine up on stage.
Correct.
Do me a favor, when you're starting to see them and interview them, could you clump them into if possible a day? Because I'd like to be there. And
All right.
Danielle,
Okay.
the reason I say that is because I'd like to pick. Yeah, I'd like to see if they actually can roller skate, hula hoop, and because that would be awesome if we have somebody on skates or even look like somebody famous.
It would seem to me that anybody who works at Boogie Nights, whether it's a bar back, a bartender, a character, a DJ, even you, introverts need not apply. This is for exhibitionists.
Yes, you definitely know you have the personality for a Boogie Nights when you come walking in and apply for the job. If you want to be a part of Boogie Nights and you know what Boogie Nights is about, it's the perfect gig. And I think that's what we do. We find the perfect people to that want to do it. Yeah, and it is somewhat of exhibitionism. I always say leave your shame at the door.
Put your hand in the air. Wait, that side.
Right? Or dignity, whatever. Yeah. You know going in that we're going to have a silly time, and no matter what it takes to get to that, and to entertain people and keep the party going. And it also have to be people that like to party and people that are part of the party spirit, Before Boogie Nights, there was no such thing as characters roaming around nightclubs. We've become known for Mr. Boogie, Roller Girl, a lot of our impersonators. We were the first club to actually bring in hula hoopers. Whoever, sometimes we find a dancer who may look like somebody and we'll say, that's your persona.
When was the Roller Girl name born?
For Dave?
Yeah.
Immediately. The first night, that first Thanksgiving weekend, I was on skates as Roller Girl.
I think everybody has a star in them, and I like to see if I could create something that they never thought they had and make them this sort of superstar persona. Cool. Yeah, good. I'm Dave. Zach, what's up? Brian, nice to meet you. Because I don't know who's going to come walk through the door for an audition. When I'm doing the audition process, I don't know if it's going to be somebody fantastic or somebody awful. Sometimes people that think that they're awful or at a certain thing, I find that they're good at something else just because they, maybe even look like the person.
I was Bruce Lee for Halloween, and then I had a couple costumes.
So you feel good in the light?
Good.
Yeah, that's good, because one of our characters we've done before, Kung Fu Joe, and then basically Kung Fu fighting, and then you bust out into this thing.
Okay.
So actually, Kevin, why don't we rock out Kung Fu fighting? That's the fun part. When they come walking through the room, you're able to digest and go, you should be this. And they weren't thinking about that when they come into the audition. They were thinking about, hey, I'm just coming here to be a dancer.
Were you intending to audition when you came here?
I had no idea what was going on.
All right, but you know what? That's cool.
But then all of a sudden, they become something completely different.
Everybody was Kung Fu fighting. Those kids were fast as lightning. In fact, it was a little bit frightening. But they fought with expert timing. They were funky Chinamen from funky Chinatown. They were chopping right up. They were chopping right down. It's an ancient Chinese art. And they were all in their part.
The audition process is one of my favorite processes because the people that we hire have to be able to also make you as a customer feel good about coming out and seeing them. So they have to have that certain personality, and you know it right off the bat if they're the type of person that's going to be able to engage with hundreds or thousands of people a weekend.
Welcome to Boogie Nights. Yeah. First of all, I want to give a shout out to Barry in the front. John enjoyed their 50th anniversary. Everybody give it up for him, please. Also, I want to give a shout out to all my friends and family here. Everybody give it up for them. We're going to have a good time tonight. It's time to boogie down. Bottle service in the back if you need to fill up your stage. Let's boogie it. Take it to the left. Hey, everybody, groove with it. Boogie night. Everybody groove. Hey, just hey, get down and jiggle it. Hey, see it on the back. Everybody dance, yeah. Everybody just take it to the
So in a lot of ways, you're making it up as you go along.
Oh yeah, that's the fun part about it. There is a definite basic that we need and that people expect. This time around, we actually have some of the characters that everybody's come to love and know and expect, but we've also added new ones. So, I mean, we have a new cheerleader character in the mix. We have this sort of surfer Spicoli dude in the mix.
How you doing, dudes and dudettes? You guys ready to boogie tonight? You, get your nose, or get your hand out of your nose. We're not talking about that boogie. We're talking about the boogie boogie. Alright? You guys ready to get groovy tonight?
It's a wanna be here type situation. You definitely know that Boogie Nights is the gig for you based on your personality.
When I get in my costume, I just become someone else. I become Prince, and that's how people see me too, you know. And it's just a great feeling that you can't even explain, but that's actually the hard work. So everywhere I walk by with my costume, they just Prince, and especially Boogie Nights, you know, everybody knows who Prince is.
Yeah!
Woo!
Very good.
Oh, that's so fun.
Okay, you are Prince.
That's
a nice short edit at the end, this guy.
Hi, I'm Gabor Kiss, and I am DJ Gabor Kiss.
Hi, I'm Kevin Medor, DJ Kevin Edge at Boogie Nights.
Tell me a little bit about how your DJ character, if you will, evolved at the club.
Well, per se character, I don't really call myself one, only because people always ask me if it's my real name. Absolutely. Gabor Kiss is my name. It's who I am. I am DJ Gabor Kiss.
And I'm DJ Kevin Edge. But it's not until I put on the afro and the glasses and the leather that I'm like, DJ Kevin Edge. Like now it's like crazy.
As a character, I'm myself. I'm a DJ. I play to the crowd. I make sure people have a good time. I interact. I mingle. Sometimes you'll catch me on the microphone, emceeing, and I just get involved as much as I can, and that's my character.
Was this something that you know, even as a kid, you thought, oh, I want to be a DJ when I grow up, or did you have other ambitions?
No, I was actually a police officer. I was a police officer for 8 years. I did forensics, and that's what I do now. I do computer forensics for attorneys and stuff like that. That's my main day job, but my night job, Boogie Nights.
Wow. Okay, so you lead two very distinct and separate lives.
Yes, and the thing is, the two never mix ever. The people that I work with now don't even know that I DJ. I mean, my bosses know and stuff, but some of the other people, they have no clue. I keep it quiet.
Well, no wonder you've got the sunglasses and the wig on, right?
Exactly. Well, I like my Facebook, it's not my name, it's in my DJ name. There's no pictures of family on there. It's all, everything Boogie Nights. It's like two separate lives. I love it.
But that didn't happen until, what, 4 years ago when you got the Boogie Nights gig,
Yes,
right?
absolutely. And I remember being so nervous. Because I remember I used to go the first 6 months that Boogie was open, I would go because I love 80s music. That was always my thing. Wherever I played, I would always play 80s music. And I would watch DJ Gabor.
I enjoy playing the Boogie Nights music probably the best because it's real instrumentation and it's real music.
And I would just stand there and watch. And I remember the girlfriend I was with at that time used to get so mad because she's like, "Are you just going to stand there and watch the DJ?" Yeah, this guy's awesome. And I'm like, wow, I'd love to work in this place. It'd be awesome. And then I had a chance, and now Gabor's one of my best friends.
Now you say that prior to that point, the only time you really spun that kind of music was at a wedding or a 50th anniversary, you know, or a reunion. So going in, you know, to the Boogie Nights experience and experiment, was there a different approach because you were doing this in a casino but not at a wedding?
At first, I was in my club mode, my idea was that Boogie Nights was a club. So therefore, play it like a club. Don't play it like a party, which actually turned out to be just the other way around because Boogie Nights, it doesn't need to be played like a club. The fact that me and the other DJ Kevin Edge do, it's kind of a bonus, but you can actually play Boogie Nights like a wedding on steroids. Just pump it up, play the tunes, play the hits, great mixing, great music, and everyone always has a good time.
Well, we're here in retrospective, vintage clothing store, searching out some goodies, the best of the 70s and 80s, and this is a find because there's a lot of good stuff. It's right here in South Street in Philadelphia. Is this a bathing suit?
Yeah.
I mean, is it for lining?
There's
no lining. It's
straight
out. Yeah. Straight out.
And they've got everything I could possibly need to get here for the club. They've got 70s and 80s gear, a lot of these cool leather trench coats that were big and popular back in the 70s, as well as a good balance of male and female stuff. So I think there's going to be some good finds here.
What, you want me to start trying stuff on?
Normally when you go through thrift stores, it's very sporadic that you'll find a few gems like this. So this is good. This is Howard Cosell. What are you guys going searching for all this stuff?
Yeah, every weekday.
Really?
Yeah, every weekday.
He must have a connection with like. You have a connection with.
We have a corporate parent.
Yes.
Actually, the store is run by Goodwill.
Oh, jackpot.
We have one staff member whose job it is to go to one of the area stores, and there's 21 in the district, and she's allowed to take whatever she wants. So she's just an expert at finding the vintage stuff.
Swap this out and put the Boogie Nights logo, and that make it sort of like our Boogie Nights sports jacket.
That would be hot.
That would be very fun.
I was thinking that, or you could sell Century 21 real estate.
We're putting the love into it. That's the difference. I think that's what makes Boogie Nights so cool is, you know, we could get these things mailed to us, or we could go online and find it, and we do sometimes. But to actually dive into the community and partner up and market it with let me look at this. Now it's just giving me an idea. I feel like calling Frank Stallone and asking him to come to Boogie Nights. If I look through the photos from the 70s, I see, you know, probably my dad and my uncles.
Yeah.
This, you know, this was like kind of the bathing suits were a little tighter then.
Yeah. I think we should put Kevin
anyway,
in.
Let's
Absolutely, we should put Kevin in that.
Somebody's going to go through the embarrassment of wearing these.
Kevin.
At Scorpions Blackout, a classic record. Kiss the Elder. Oh my gosh! This is fantastic. I don't know if this would go in Boogie Nights, but this may just go in my home collection.
These are awesome. These are really old.
They got the crazy colored ones in the women's section for me, and it's probably where I'm gonna have to go.
You're skinny enough, you'll be able to fit in.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to.
Really, I mean, to tight where the point where you're bulging out. Seriously, and if you're not bulging out, we'll pad it so you are bulging out.
We good to go.
It's all about the look. Put the sock in there. I don't care. Just get really, really tight. The first look is 70s and really tight. Unbutton your shirt.
You know it's tight when my little bird chest is popping these buttons out.
But hold on. Down more. You got chest hair?
Yeah.
Natural?
Yeah.
Perfect.
Unfortunately.
No, that's perfect. It's perfect, dude. And I think this is what, I've always wanted to try to get is to get as authentic as possible. The women of AC are going to be all over it this summer. It's got chest hair, the long hair. We definitely need to pick up a colorful members-only coat. Not a dark one, but a colorful one. Or this kind.
Oh, that's good.
And whoever's wearing it has to wear some Old Spice also, so it really sells the character. Hold on, there is lining.
Oh. Oh. There's
Am I touching it?
They are.
But if you can get really authentic and actually convince people that, yes, this was what Gabe Kaplan wore in Welcome Back Kotter. If you can convince people of that, and that your mustache is real, then it happens. What's that, Roller Girl?
Do I look like I just got out of a white snake video?
Yes, you do. That looks like Tawny Katane should be in that.
I should be crawling around
Oh
in a
my
white
gosh.
snake video.
It could be kind of.
So there's your blooper. I don't know if we're gonna fit the girls in this.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't like this.